has given so much here to this game. And the tip going to the box wearing those purple jerseys. 2 possessions, 2 touches on the post here for Giannis. Spin move!
But he was.
A season high 44 points in fewer than 28 minutes of play.
But he's been hot and cold, getting one to go early. It's definitely what John Lucas wants to see. John Lucas said to me on the court, seriously, I'm the head coach and I get to play the Bucks? I said, yeah, that's not a great look.
Right.
I think that matchup is really interesting. Grayson, it's Eric Gordon a lot of times. Those 2 guys remind me of each other. Eric's obviously a lot older.
Giannis will take it in, so a couple of
Didn't see he's planning on guarding him better. I don't know so far.
He's the rookie, drafted 3rd overall in the 2022 NBA draft. And Drew Holiday, that's a 3-point attempt, triple try. He hit his only 3-point make on Friday. He was 2 for 2 on Wednesday. Giannis on the transition, Euro step. He's averaging against the Houston Rockets. His averages will go up considering his 44-point performance, which was already referenced, and he's on pace for another. But so good at the free throw line this year, 89% headed into tonight. And May Carter. And Giannis has checked out for the Bucks. Bobby and Brooke, Drew, Pat, and Javon Carter, and their speedy change of direction. How about that? Nearly, that would have been beautiful. Trying to get Brooke Lopez to tip it in on the alley-oop.
Well, and I just love the continued efforts, right? Bobby Portis misses, get the ball back.
And Kevin Porter Jr. picks up his first personal. Drew Holiday swings it out, and there's a turnover here for the Bucks, leading to a possible transition for the Rocket. But also Chris Middleton, and Bud had talked about this in the pregame, is sometimes he's a little bit undervalued with Chris's communication as Drew takes.
And you're seeing just some of those glimpses of the athleticism. They've got that. Some high-flying stuff, but for Chris Middleton to have that conversation once he got out on the court and say, pre-switch it. Just that 3, thought he was pretty open, missed it bad, but now to get a layup to go. Always helps seeing the ball go through on an easy one.
We heard Zora's report on Pat Connaughton Friday. There's a dunk here at the next dead ball for the Bucks. There's about 4 players getting set to check in at the scorer's table. And the final few seconds, if we get there before the first quarter is complete, Drew just pass over to Chris Middleton from the corner. And the Bucks suddenly have gone cold from 3-point territory. Now 3 of 12 shooting for 25%. Where he can get to.
Is it Lisa?
Giannis flipped it. Oh boy, a little too fancy maybe. On the transition.
Career, Eric Gordon, such a good shooter, big body.
Bobby Portis with this young Houston Rockets team hanging in there. A bit of a different story. They were almost out of it.
In defense, they're so concerned with Giannis and needing to double and put extra bodies that it's going to break this game open if Milwaukee can get going from 3.
Pump fake.
Who worked with Kobe Bryant and had to do so much with his footwork and his soccer history from being a youngster. Just amazing to see the skill of the sport. Nice.
Grayson Allen, 400 career 3-point makes here tonight after that 3-point make. And off the rim, the tap out to Garrison Matthews, who triple try attempts for Eric Gordon.
One thing about Eric Gordon's shot is he's got such a low base and he's so strong that you've really been seeing him for 15 years shoot shots that far out.
Out of that timeout, it's Drew and Giannis, Javon, and Bobby and Pat to begin this possession. It's Kevin Porter Jr. at 6 points.
He's a pillar in this community. When I played for the Houston Rockets back in 06 to 2008, I played with his son here. John was always working guys out in the summer. Nice pass by Jan. Midway on the glass. Most people can't reach the bottom of the backboard. He's up there in the middle of the backboard slapping it off the glass. Wow. The last 3 home wins, they've had 21, 22, and 25 turnovers. How do you win with 25 turnovers?
I have no idea. Can't come up with it on those 2 attempts, but Grayson with another opportunity. Trailing by 3, an opportunity to tie with a 3. Bobby trying to give the Bucks that tie, and he
to be important. They're getting excited about maybe disrupting Giannis a little bit, but Bobby stepping out. 7 for 23. It's been a struggle, but getting a few more to go.
Jalen Green, the talented player, now with 15 points.
Yeah, and you're right. You almost wonder if you should be concerned because it's close or if you should be impressed with the patience. The ball's moving. Other guys are involved. Brooke, nice shot.
Green, who again is having the hot hand. He started out pretty hot in the first quarter of this game and doing much of the same things. Here in the third quarter, he did a lot of that too on the transition.
Earlier in the game about him saying he's watched the film, he's studied Giannis's tendencies. And look, Giannis is an incredibly dominant player. He is going to get his way when he wants to, but to see Jabari get his way every once in a while on Giannis, it's pretty impressive.
For some numbers, Kevin Porter Jr. Şengün with the trying to give the handoff to Green. Lots of movement offensively here for Houston. Back cuts.
In the right spot almost every time, but these guys are making shots, and you got to give Şengün credit on that one. Just a nice little flip touch over the top.
Drew with the lob.
Drew's one of the best in the league at that.
Nintendo hasn't hit a three-point make, by the way, this season. 0 for 1 before that shot.
In their hands. Slapping it away, deflections, extra efforts. It's an offensive board right there. Oh boy.
Porter Jr. defensive or dribbling. Javon Carter, transition look. Second junior, showing a little muscle, averages just shy of 19 points per game. About 5 rebounds, 5 assists at 22 years old. Not many do that at that age. Still a three-point edge here for the Bucks. Clean. 7 feet away. Here's George Hill feeding Bobby Portis, who spins. He can't get it, but still battling for it, as only Bobby can do.
The third and maybe the fourth.
Blocks by Brooke. Wow, what a rejection. Leads to a break. Bobby Portis from the left side. Feeding Pat Connaughton.
A 5-second difference on the shot clock. They're going to try to bring it all the way down, but that gives Milwaukee plenty of time either way.
Şengün.
Same thing right there. Obviously, with under 6 seconds, you got to push that pace, and Bobby just creating that contact. Is guarding him one-on-one. There's not sending a double team. You don't need to. But staying home, making him take a tough shot over a guy, those are the shots you want.
Those are the shots
in big moments again.
Yeah, that one coming with 2:36 left in the game. Giannis breaks up the lob play. And so Bruno Fernando, the Maryland product, in his 4th year to the free throw line. 60 though for the Rockets. Martin decides to bring it outside the paint, and Green pulls up in 15.
And so in a game like this, those games were often when there was a Drew Holiday, all the big three out. He was really stepping up and showing, I think, people that he can score the ball. But for in a game like this to get hot late is big.
How many home games that this young Houston team has played in, and Green
bed for their own beds for a few weeks, but it's kind of punishment. 26, they got to leave on Christmas. Like we're home all.
Mason nearly threw it down.
And it seemed like he took off just a little too far away. He's got those big hands. He often finishes that, but just didn't go.
After he released that shot.
Yeah, that is how Houston plays. They're going for the kill. They're going for the highlight play. That would have been it.
Brooks setting the screen.
And for the second time, we've seen the lob passes not be high enough or up at the rim. The corner, bottom corner of the backboard is where you want those lob passes to be.
Well, Smith, it looks like, got a piece.
They were kind of back set, waiting for Giannis to get into the paint, throwing that up. But there is definitely still time, depending on what happens with these free throws.
And Smith Jr. is a good free throw.
Himself a much more complete game.
Bit more of an impact defensively than he has on offense. 1 for 9 shooting from the field, but